Aloha ukulele folk. I'm Kimo Hussey, and I'm here today with a representation of my good friend Charlie Fukuba's ukulele. You know, one of the things I think that's really interesting that I read about sometimes are people who I guess are professional tasters. You know, they go to various restaurants, taste the food, and write about the food. Well, I think the reason why I bring that up is I consider myself to be a taster too, but rather than taste food, I taste wonderful ukuleles like Charlie's. And then after I taste these ukuleles, I get to share them with you to give you opportunity to taste the same ukulele as well. Anyway, again, this is a tenor ukulele made by Charlie Fukuba. I recently learned that Charlie is getting very close to celebrating his 25th year making ukuleles. And you know, that's very meaningful to you. I know Charlie very well. I've always loved his ukuleles, and one of the things I can relate to you is that all those 25 years learning to make ukes have been well spent. In addition to that, Charlie is himself a very good musician. So when we as ukulele folk, as ukulele players, have opportunity to share in an ukulele that's made not only by a person who builds very well, but a person who plays very well and is a very good musician, all that put together means to us is lots of fun and lots of appreciation of a good instrument that's able to make good music. Let's take a look at a little bit closer look at this ukulele. As you can see, on the top is koa. In fact, the entire ukulele is koa. It has a little different body design, as you can see, as opposed to a normal ukulele. And a part of Charlie's design is three little pukas or sound holes, as opposed to just one. What does that mean? We as musicians would never ever think of just choosing one song and playing that same song for our entire musical career. No, we change songs, we change styles of songs that we enjoy, so that we can enjoy different aspects of music and not be and not limit ourselves just to one thing. Same with ukuleles. So that's say that with regard to the looks of the ukulele. One of the things I really like about this ukulele that I want to point out to you, that makes it a little bit tough because of the video format for you to experience, is the action. And action refers to whether or not you have to fight the uke in order to play it, whether or not you have to be like a weightlifter and work out all the time just so that you can have strength sufficient in your left hand to hold chords. Not so in this uke. It is very nice. Action is dice in bar chords. Very simple. Very light touch. One of the things I noticed about this ukulele that I really like is on this first fret. And what I'm referring to is the height of the groove in the nut here. And the reason why I like that is oftentimes that groove sits too high. And so what it means is that on the first fret, you have to press down very hard in order to get meaningful sound. Not so this ukulele. It's so very light on this first fret, which means that the action all along on this fretboard is wonderful without causing buzzing. You see how nice and clean that sound is without even buzzing. That has to do with playability. because the more difficult it is for us to play the instrument, when we feel like, oh, you know, we need to fight this instrument in order to play it, the more difficult it becomes to make wonderful and fun, meaningful music. And of course, sound. Let me just play the sound of one string. And the reason why I want to do that is to show you that this ukulele has exceptional sustain. Hear that? What makes sustain so wonderful is that when we play chords and we go from one chord to the other, when we have sustain like we do, along with wonderful blend, which is how well the four strings cooperate with each other to make meaningful sound. You don't hear one string trying to compete with the other for attention. Back to sustain. The degree to which we have sustain makes going from one chord to the other a lot smoother than something like this, for example. Can you hear the difference? As opposed to this, nice and smooth. And the other thing about sound is that this ukulele has wonderful, wonderful, wonderful dynamic response. Dynamic response is the difference between loud and soft. And both extremes, it can be played with very, very good definition on this ukulele. So in terms of looks, yes. In terms of action and how you play the uke and whether or not it's easy to play, very good. In sound, oh boy, it's a 5-star at least. Wonderful sound. So if we combine all of that, in fact, for me personally, the personality, I think, of this ukulele is that it's a very nice reserved sound, but at the same time, this sound borders on being precocious, which means the responsiveness of this ukulele is just really, really great, and it'll also respond positively to different styles of music, I believe. So, if we play something like this, if I play something like this, the ukulele responds in kind to various styles of music. Charlie Fukuba, tenor ukulele, ukulele friend, remember all of that.